The big question that everyone is asking right now. Will we see the return of Oscar, Philippe Coutinho, and Antony in the Seleção? And just as importantly, when will the official squad finally be revealed? And who will make the cut? Stay tuned, because today we're diving deep into all the burning questions about Brazil's upcoming squad announcement. Let's start with the basics. Brazil's coaching staff has already prepared a 55-man preliminary squad list, a massive pool of players from which only 25 or 26 names will survive to form the final team. That means nearly half of these hopefuls will face heartbreak when the squad is trimmed down. But for the fans, this means endless speculation, heated debates, and wild predictions about who deserves a place and who doesn't. Now, why does this matter so much? Because the Seleção are gearing up for two blockbuster international friendlies scheduled for the 10th and 14th of next month. These aren't just ordinary matches. They're high-voltage showdowns that will serve as vital preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Every choice, every tactical decision, and every squad announcement between now and then will shape Brazil's chances on football's grandest stage. But let's face it, there's already one piece of devastating news that has left fans heartbroken. Neymar Jr. is officially ruled out due to injury. For millions of fans across Brazil and around the world, this feels like a nightmare. Neymar has been the face of Brazilian football for more than a decade, a player capable of changing the game in a single touch. His absence is not just a tactical loss. It's an emotional blow for supporters who see him as the team's talisman. So, if Neymar isn't available, the question becomes, who will step up? Who will carry the weight of expectation? That brings us to Philippe Coutinho. For a long time, the former Liverpool and Barcelona playmaker was completely off the radar. After struggling in Europe and drifting into obscurity, many believed his chapter with the Seleção had already ended. But football is full of surprises. Recently, Coutinho has shown flashes of his old brilliance, putting in eye-catching performances that have reignited the conversation about a possible recall. Rumors are swirling that he might be included in the upcoming friendlies, and fans are divided. Some see it as a well-deserved redemption, while others fear it's too little, too late. And then there's Oscar. Once a midfield maestro who dazzled the world with his creativity, Oscar has been away from the national setup for years. His move to China took him out of the European spotlight, and many assumed he would never wear the famous yellow jersey again. But whispers are growing louder that Carlo Ancelotti might just hand him a surprise call-up, especially given Brazil's need for experienced playmakers in Neymar's absence. If both Coutinho and Oscar return, it would be one of the most shocking storylines in recent Brazilian football history. Of course, the drama doesn't end there. Richarlison, once hailed as Brazil's next big attacking threat, is now under immense pressure. His performances for the national team have been underwhelming, and his club form has been inconsistent. Reports suggest that Ancelotti has already warned him, shape up or risk being left out. This puts Richarlison at a critical crossroads. Can he rediscover his form in time, or will Brazil move on without him? Another polarizing figure is Antony. The Manchester United winger has had a turbulent period, with many critics already labeling his career a disappointment. But Ancelotti, known for his ability to give players second chances, may see Antony as someone who still has the pace, flair, and unpredictability to make a difference. Could this be Antony's last shot at redemption on the international stage? And then, there's the legend himself, Thiago Silva. At 40 years old, most defenders would be long retired, but Silva continues to defy logic. His leadership, experience, and defensive awareness remain world-class. Many fans are passionately calling for him to anchor Brazil's backline once more, especially in a team that will need calm heads and strong voices in Neymar's absence. Ancelotti faces a tough choice. Does he trust the old guard, or does he put his faith in the next generation? All of these questions lead to one final, crucial date, October 1st. That's when the official squad will be unveiled. Every rumor, every piece of speculation, and every fan theory will finally be put to rest. We'll know once and for all whether Coutinho gets his redemption, whether Oscar stages an unbelievable comeback, whether Richarlison and Antony survive the cut, and whether Thiago Silva makes one last heroic appearance. So what can we expect? A squad shaped by injuries, current form, and Ancelotti's tactical vision. Without Neymar, Brazil will need a new focal point, a new spark, and possibly some surprising veterans to step in. One thing is certain: whatever decisions are made, they will be debated endlessly by fans, pundits, and critics worldwide. Until then, all eyes remain on the Seleção. Because when Brazil plays, it's never just football, it's passion, drama, and history in the making.